Yo, what's up, dudes? How's it going? This is on, right? Yeah, I think it is. So, how was your Christmas? Oh, yeah? Ooh. Yikes. So, I am back with new video, and I thought we would go back and look at the guitars of 2014. We can take a look at all the guitars that made it to the basement in 2014, starting with this one here, the 1982 Fender the Strat. As I said in the video on it, this is a total nostalgia move on my end. I had one of these, looked exactly like this guitar. This one's actually even a little nicer than the one I had. It was the newer model that had better specs than the one I had. I had an 81. This is the 82. And, I picked it up in very, very early January, like the first week of January. The second week of January. Early January. So this was the first guitar of 2014. And the cool thing about this guitar is it's not just a Strat, which it is, all the Strat sounds, but it has this two-way knob here that gives a lot more combinations, There it is, heavy. Probably the heaviest guitar of the year. I think I can say that. All right, let's bring up guitar number 2. Okay, we're back. Guitar number 2, picked up right around the 4th of July. So, little gap, so January to July. And this is, again, a total nostalgia run for me. This is a completely purchased out of nostalgia. So this was the first nice guitar I owned. My first electric was an Aria ES335. I think that's called the 510T. But this was the first solid body electric, other than I think I had like a Harmony. It was really bad Japanese guitars you could buy at Leachmere. Like really horrible stuff. So that one didn't really count. I never really played that at all. My guitar teacher wanted me to play the Aria, so I did. And because he thought it was a much better guitar. So, plus he was a big jazz guy, so he didn't like solid body electrics. He was a hollow body guy, so... Anyway, this was guitar number 2. It's a 1976 Ibanez Les Paul copy. I don't think they called it the Les Paul. They called it like the 2310 or something like that. I forget the number. But I picked this up. The cool thing about this is that it has these vintage Duncan distortions in it. And my original one had DiMarzio Super Distortion, so it's kind of cool to get these sort of similar style pickup, a little bit heavier humbucker than your standard fare. Really like this one a lot. Bobby loves this one. He's like, that's actually really good. I know, it's pretty good, huh? He likes the action, really low action. All right, so guitar number 2. Let's go grab guitar number 3. Okay, we're back. I'm using the same patch for all. I'm using the same patch for all 3 guitars, so we can hear how they sound. How much brighter this one sounds. So this is a 1983 Squire, made in Japan, a Japanese-made Squire by Fender. This is like the second round. Their first round was like a 57 and a 62, and this was their 70s one. And these are very well-made guitars. And the reason why I picked it up was because it was so cheap. Right? It was like $330. So that's why I got this. I got this probably in August. Maybe September. It's got a great neck. The attention to detail, just from like the rolling of the edge of the fingerboard, and just the whole guitar is a really, really well-made guitar. It's such a classic Strat, and I love the sort of David Gilmour 70s look of it. It's really cool. So, bullet truss rod again. All these 70s. You know, 70s features that I just think are cool. And, you know, I like this is like from like a 75 through like 79, where they included the black pickguard. They had the larger headstock. But these tuners are nicer than what you could actually get from Fender at the time. Fender basically had, you know, covered tuners, where these are sealed and greased, you know. A little nicer, actually. I love this guitar. It has a really nice bright sound. It's great for like funk. Blues. Anyway, guitar number 3. All right, let's go grab guitar number 4. I know it's been a busy year. I think this is the last one. No, maybe 2 more. All right, we'll find out. Be back in a sec. All right, dudes, back again. RG550. This was Bobby's. I traded him my Squire 60 Strat, and you know, this had some issues when it came in, but I got it straightened out. This pickguard is still definitely warped. It's annoying, but you know, what are you gonna do? The bridge was definitely had a little setup issue, and the neck was a little tweaked a little bit, but I got it. You know, the guy scalloped the fingerboard up here. It's definitely beat up, and he painted the headstock. I think it was originally black, because this is an 88. So if it's an 87, 88, I think it's either an 87 or an 88. The headstocks on those were black, and then they went to yellow. And the original guy, he painted it yellow, but the yellow was way off. This one's still off. When Bobby got it, he did it, but he wanted to do a black with the, you know, the white logo or the silver logo there, and they sent him the wrong color. They sent him the black, so he had to wind up doing it yellow. And of course, you have a tough time matching these day glow colors, so it never quite matches. But that's okay. It doesn't really affect the sound. And it's weird, it's sort of scalloped from like the 14th fret up. Very lightly though. But it helps, you know. anyway, it's decent. It's not the, I wish it had the V1 and the V2, but it's the V7 and the V8. So this might be a later model, but I could be wrong. It doesn't have a date on it, and it doesn't say on the plate, does it? No. They didn't put the serial number on the plate. They put the serial number on the back on a plate, and you can almost see where the plate used to be. So I think it's like an 88 with probably an 87 serial number. Ibanez did that a lot. They would produce the guitar, and it would have a serial number from the year it was made, but the guitar didn't make it into shops until like the next year. Because my other one, my RG560, has an 87 serial number, and I clearly bought that in February of 1988. Definitely the next year. And it was brand new, just came in. And again, this was a bit of a nostalgia walk down memory lane for me. I had pretty much this exact guitar back in the late 80s. Like 89, somewhere around there, 88, 89, I picked it up. And what I wound up doing was trading the neck off of it. I had a dude who worked in the music store. He had an RG550 with the shark tooth inlay and the binding on the neck. And I had the maple, and he wanted a maple neck so bad. He wanted the maple fingerboard. And so we wound up trading. And he loved it. I was fine. He sanded the headstock down and painted it black with no logo at all. And he had like the gunmetal gray one, or whatever that was called, the gray one for the RG560. Anyway, this was guitar number what? Number 4. All right, I think I have one more. Be right back. All right, here we are back. The Radius. This was the last one. And this one was purchased just because, again, it was sort of a crazy price. They thought it was an S420. It's clearly a 540 Radius. It even has the backstop, in it that I fixed and, put back in. It was a bit of a project. I had to clean it up, but I think it came out great. I could not be happier with this guitar. And again, under $300. And so a lot of people say, why do you try to stick to under $300? Because you can get guitars like this for under $300 if you bide your time and keep your eye out and pounce. Don't forget pouncing when the pounce time is right, because if you don't, it will be gone. There was my red Fender the Strat there. So one of those showed up on Guitar Center used not too long ago. I showed it to Bobby, and he was like, "Oh, I should." He goes, "Look at that guitar." He goes, "It looks really." It was a white one. It was the Alpine white, same year, 82. So it had all the nice appointments that only the 82 model has. And they wanted $10.99, which is cheap for that. And he was like, "Oh, geez, maybe I should get it, man. Should I get it? Should I get it?" And he wound up not getting it. And of course, it sold very quickly. It was gone like later the same day. And sure enough, 5 days later, I see it on eBay, and the guy wants like $3,500 for it, which I don't think he got. I checked it later, and it seems like he lowered his price, or he took like a best offer of $1,700. But still, he probably, with shipping and everything, probably paid about $1,250, and he sold it for $1,700 in a week, right? 5 days later. So there's definitely some bargains to be had on Guitar Center used. I mean, if the market is any indication, They tend to be a little priced a little low. I think I got, well, with the exception of the RG, let's see, the Strat, the red Strat came from Guitar Center used. The Ibanez Les Paul came from Craigslist. The 70s SQ Strat, that was Guitar Center used. The RG550 was a trade. And this came from Guitar Center used. So there are bargains on there. And but the thing is, you gotta be willing to pay for it, check it out, and just return it right there if you don't like it. That's what I do. You know, if it comes in and I'm not like thrilled with it, right back, right to the, I'm not gonna take it, and I get a refund. But the thing is that you can't just have it shipped to your local store. You got to buy it. So you got to lay out that money and get it shipped. And unless you can give a good reason, sometimes they don't want to give you return your shipping. If it shows up and you can say this guitar has problems, you can usually get your shipping back. Or it's not what they said it was. It shows up and it doesn't match the picture. You can say, and they'll be like, okay, no problem. Because that's happened at least twice. So there it is. There are the guitars of 2014. I will be back very soon. We're going to wrap up 2014 and talk about 2015. And that's about it. All right, guys. As always, rock on.